When this trade war kicked up, I was trying to tell everybody jobs will be lost behind this. And it's going to be a lot of people in the coming months losing their jobs and even on the verge of losing jobs. This is an article that came out on CNN Money, August 24th, 2018. This small company, like Trump's tariffs, now it's fighting to keep its factory open. And this factory is down in South Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. The South Carolina company, the only mass assembler of televisions in America, said proposed penalties on imported TVs would finally help it compete against cheaper models from China. Then the Trump administration expanded its planned tariffs and targeted TV parts rather than fully assembled sets. Now the company is on the verge of shutting its U.S. operations unless some powerful allies in Washington intervene. I can't believe the U.S. government intention is to shut down our South Carolina facility. David Baer, Element's general counsel, told a government panel Tuesday, referring to the administration's potential tariffs. That makes no sense. The only logical explanation, it must be a mistake and is a result that the administration did not realize. No, they do realize it. They know jobs are going to be lost behind what they're doing. They don't care. Element has already told the state that it intends to lay off 126 employees, almost all of the workers at the facility in the town of Winnsboro. Baer said Tuesday that the factory will close after the company exhausts its inventory in October. Element has already moved production abroad to avoid possible duties that might kick in this fall. He did not say where, and it's not clear from company filings where else Element has production capacity. The administration is considering a 10% or 25% tariffs on LCD panels and motherboards as part of a package of additional penalties on Chinese goods worth $200 billion. Element says it must import those parts to assemble TVs in the United States. Let me be clear. Let me be very clear. There are no places for us to obtain those parts other than China, Baer said. All of our parts originate there. Element's trouble demonstrate how hard it is for companies to dodge the administration's growing web of tariffs. As Trump readies the additional penalties, businesses with global supply chains are forced to make difficult adjustments. And that means the only way they'll be able to save their companies is big layoffs. Switching sides. In May, after Trump rolled out 25% tariffs on fully assembled TV sets from China, Element wrote the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative to express its support. Element Electronics and its American workforce compete at a disadvantage every day in the U.S. television market that is flooded with large volumes of low-price TV imports from China and Mexico, the company said. The administration, facing pressure from industry groups such as the National Retail Federation and the Consumer Technology Association, eventually took assembled TV off the list, then said it was weighing tariffs on LCD panels and motherboards from China, which could go in effect as soon as September. Element said that those tariffs would make it too expensive to continue assembling TVs in the United States. The result of the U.S. tariff policy strongly. So it's really going to force the US product to be made in either China or Mexico. If they drive this this company to close, then your only other alternative is going to be China and Mexico. So, and the jobs here in the US will be phased out. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're going to see. A lot of times these business owners are going to take the cheaper route. And right now, the cheaper route is China. And that's what they're going to do before they lose their business. They're just going to shuffle all that work over to China. So instead of bringing jobs back, even more jobs are going to be leaving this country and going over to places like China. That's all his tariffs are going to do. It's not going to create not one single job here in the US. Element makes TVs for the lower end of the market where profit margins are extremely thin, according to Paul Gauguin, an analyst at IHS Markit, who specializes in the TV sector. There's very little room in the margin structure on the set to be able to absorb such a dramatic cost impact, Gauguin said. LCDs, panel are the most expensive component of TVs, he added. I'm not surprised. You know, this is only going to get worse, y'all. This is going to get worse. It is not going to improve. And it's almost every single week, Trump is doing more tariffs, especially on China. It's like a week don't go by, which where we don't hear about more tariffs against China and China doing more tariffs against the US. So the only ones that's going to suffer are like these folks here in South Carolina. All I can say to all of you out there, it's going to impact many sectors out here. You may not be feeling it now, but eventually you will feel it. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.